Hi, this is KISS moment number 7. And this is our last KISS moment of our class. And it's a very special one, I think. So here it goes. So I think I've told you that my husband and I were traveling during this time of course creation and whatnot with our families. So by the time we got back, it was just a day before Christmas, so we could not get our mail. And when we could, my husband brought me this Christmas gift. And it's a tree of life with my children and grandchildren's names on it. Well, what's very ironic is that and special is that this course is dedicated to my grandchildren and children. And I just want to say their names so that they're out in the universe. Caitlin, Chloe, Jeff, Caroline, and then my grandchildren, Jay, Colton, and Harper. And part of my reason for synthesizing what I know about how to regulate emotions and integrate habits into one's life is what I want them to know a whole lot earlier in life than how I really used it well. And so I want them to experience what this thing called regulating emotions is and habits are. Research shows that self-regulation is our best indicator for lifelong success. And of course, I want to pass on the gift of lifelong success to them. People get asked all the time, what would you tell your younger self? Or in part of this, what would you tell your children and grandchildren? And people that are watching, thank you to you as well. And I would say, keep life simple because you're smart. Keep things simple because then they're doable and actionable. And also that you can pause and choose. And I'd like to bring this point in. I have had to do that today. In terms of videotaping this course, there were other components that I thought I had done, and I was getting feedback from Tiny Habits people who are putting together this course of things I hadn't done yet, but I knew I had, but I put them in the wrong place. So it was a lot of, for me, computer issues. And long story short, so I not only said affirmations during my, if you would, yellow time, things like, this too shall pass, I'm going to get through this, I feel like crying right now, but I'm going to be videotaped so I can't, and just feeling those emotions and calming myself down, because I still wasn't really in good thinking mode yet. It was when I got help, which is one way we saw that segment where somebody like myself, if you feel stuck, like, again, mine is in computer trauma, that to have courage and to be honest about needing to go get help. And so I called and have called on this afternoon both my daughter and my son to guide me to get things out of Google Docs into a shared file, an image that I needed to share. Anyway, all the moving pieces of putting this class together that are, I'll be honest, so stressful. But again, I'm wanting to move forward in sharing this information with you. I'm wanting to move forward. So, it really is green light living is where I'm at right now. And with that in mind, there are 2 quotes that I'd like to share with you to kind of put a ribbon on this segment, and they are the following. I'd like to read it. The life you live are the lessons you teach. Jim Quick, the author of several, I guess, self-help books maybe, is the author of that. And I love that I hope that the life I'm living and what I want to share are the lessons that I pass on to my family, is the legacy that I leave to my family and to you all. And then the other is, when we follow joy, we shine light on the way. We shine light on the way for others. And I'd like to think that that the joy I feel most of the time is lighting the way for others. Thank you.